basically selling your career. Mhm. We're the one. No, 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 no.
Are you
Look,
saying
look,
you
look,
want to
look,
go
look.
pro on a different
There's two
game?
different sides. Okay, okay, look, 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 look. Sky. We're building the
Yeah.
wall. We are building the wall. You were just staring at it. You're missing the point.
Yes, I get your
I
example.
get it. You're missing it though. You gotta work on the wall. We're not okay, Scott. I personally believe, and I'm sure Michael believes this too. We are right in the situation. We have to build the wall in order to build the roof. Sky, you're just looking at the wall and saying, "Oh fuck me, this game sucks." Oh fuck. You have to build the wall with me and Michael. Okay? Okay. Can I say one more thing? Okay, Treyarch didn't build. Treyarch got the land. You Treyarch owns the land, but you bought the land off Treyarch. You have the land to build a house. You're building the house. The house isn't already built for you. That's just the house being built. That's people trying to help you build your own career. You have to build your career yourself. Having people be your fucking having to fucking carry you is not gonna help. You have to work by yourself. You have to play by yourself. You have to put in hours by yourself. Michael is not always gonna be there for me, and I have to get over that. I have to be the bigger man and build my house by myself. Okay, and then one more thing. When I'm building the wall, I'm building the wall. I'm not just staring at it. I'm not just staring. Okay, for example, if there's a paper wall, and I went back and I'm like, oh shit, I should probably. I'm like, oh, I should fix that part of my game. I'm fixing that part of my game. What you're doing is you're staring at it. You're staring at the house in general, and just like, oh fuck, this sucks. Instead of trying to fucking renovate or fix the house. Get what I'm saying? Yes, you
Yes, well,
can.
you can
Bullshit,
change your
you can't.
scenario, Sky Warrior. Sky,
You can
you're
fix the
looking.
house,
Sky,
Sky.
the scenario isn't stuck like that, though. You can change the scenario, is what we're getting at.
No. Hard work and determination. You're looking at
Sky
that.
Warrior,
You're looking at the
focusing on
big
the game
picture,
too
Sky.
much. You're looking.
You're
Sky,
focusing
Sky
on
Warrior,
you're focusing on the
game too
house.
much. You're focusing
You're
on the game too
focusing on the
much.
house itself instead of focusing on the wall. You gotta focus on every single side of the wall. That's your game. That is what your game is like. You're just looking at the house and you're like, oh, I don't want to play this shit. You're
Sky,
missing our
focusing on how
point,
shit the
Sky.
game is. We're not trying to focus on
You're
how
just-
shit the game is.
Me and Clouds are right in this situation. Okay? We want to fix the walls. We don't want to live in a shitty house. We want to fix the walls and make it the best house we can possibly can. You're just looking at the house, living in the shitty house.
Sky Warrior,
you
you're
can't just
looking
say,
at the game
oh,
of
shit's
Black Ops
shitty.
4, and we're
You
looking
have
at
to
Call of
fix
Duty
it.
as a whole. We're looking
Okay,
at how to make
for
ourselves better at
example,
Call of Duty as a whole.
Chef Ramsay.
Not how
I watched
shit
a
the
show
game
last
is.
night about Chef Ramsay. He was like, oh, this restaurant sucks. He had his crew fix the restaurant, and now it's fucking great. They were $450,000 in debt. And Chef Ramsay helped them out, fixed their restaurant, turned it around. Okay, think of you as a Chef Ramsay, and think of your house as like a restaurant. You need to fix the restaurant because they're going down. You have to, for example, the walls, guy. You gotta focus on the walls, not the house itself. You focus on the house, your house is gonna collapse. Okay, you gotta focus on the walls, one wall at a time. Okay, one wall at a time, so that once you finish all your walls, the foundation and everything, and your house is looking fucking really good, then you put on the roof, the finishing touches of your game. Once you put on the finishing touches of your game, before you know it, it's gonna be fucking Optic, fucking LG, Genji, Midnight, Reciprocity, Splice, all calling your phone. You can't just be like, oh, I don't want to play this game because it's shit. Saying it's shit is essentially making yourself not want to fix the walls. In order to fix the walls, you have to do the dirty work. You have to put in the insulation. You have to put on the wood to make it stable. But without the walls, or without the foundation, without the start of you digging putting your shovel into that ground first, you can't build the walls. You have to have foundation. You have to have foundation in order to build the walls, in order to build the roof. Okay, so in order to build the foundation is the start of the game. That's you digging straight into the game. Building the walls, that's the aspects of your game. So for example, one wall might be better than another wall. For example, one wall might be, I don't know, consistency, which is better. Okay, that wall's gonna be better than mine for you. But I'm not just staring at it, being like, oh, well, you know, I'm not gonna try to be consistent. I have to try and be consistent. So basically what I'm trying to say is, you can't just sit back and be like, oh, that's a good wall. Make it even better. Make it better. Make every single wall in your house as good as possible. Never stop working. Okay, Gumless and Dashi, they're the best players in this game. They're not just like, oh, I'm the best in the game, I don't need to practice anymore. No, that'd be dumb, because without practicing, you're gonna be shit. Okay? They're looking at their walls, they're like, oh, the walls are good, but I'm gonna make them even better. You're missing the point. You're completely missing the point, in my opinion. Me and Clouds are right. You are, though. You are missing the point, though. Okay, we're... How are we wrong, Sky? How are we wrong? Say how are we wrong? But you said we were wrong. But we're not, though. No, look. Clouds. Clouds, me and you, we're trying to build the wall, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Sky, you're just sitting there watching us build the wall for you. You gotta build the wall
Here's what
for
I
yourself.
think. Here's what I think. Skywarrior, we made two examples of Skywarrior trying to combine them. Here's what he thinks. He thinks the house is made by Treyarch, but he also thinks that we're trying to make the house.
No.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Let me talk.
No, look.
I want to explain what you're saying.
Fine.
I know
Treyarch
what you're saying.
owns
You know I know what you're saying. So here's what we're trying to get at. Treyarch makes something like, let's pretend they make a country. We buy a house in the country. Maybe the country is dog shit, but we have to make the house the best as we can in the dog shit country. And instead of focusing on how dog shit the country is, which is what every average fucking person would do, if you ever want to be great in anything, you have to focus on how you can make your house the best it can be instead of how shit the country is, right? If you focus on how dog shit the country is, you can do that forever. Nothing will ever change if you focus on how dog shit the country is, right? Like, oh, I'm in a shitty country. Okay. 10 years later, if I'm still talking about how shitty the country is, I'm not making my house better. No, dude. Okay. The country changes every year because it's Treyarch's Call of Duty. No. The country is a new COD each year. You move to a new country each year. This year's country happens to be dog shit, but each year you have to build your house. You can bring over some parts of your house to the new COD, like if it's jetpacking or whatever, right? But you move to a new country every year because every year Call of Duty changes, right? So every year you move into a new country. This year the country is kind of dog shit. But you can bring over some of the good aspects of your country or of your house to the new country when you come, right? You can bring over some of the good aspects. But you shouldn't be focusing on how dog shit the country is because you know it's going to change. So focus on how making your house that you're going to bring with you every year better so that next year when you go, it'll be even a better house than it could have been if you focused on how dog shit the country was. Because focusing on the country, you can't control the country. You can only control the house that you're bringing with. And some aspects of the house will change, but if you make all the aspects of your house the best they can be, your house will be amazing.
Okay. Think about your house as being a pro COD player. Think about the people in the shit country living in shit houses. They're gonna want to look at your house. For example, take the people and pretend they're fans and pretend you're a pro player and that's you. That's your career. That house is your career. People want to watch you more because you're so fucking good.
Because your house is so nice in that shitty country. Everyone's wondering how your house is so goddamn nice in such a shitty country. And that's because you worked on your house all the time. You didn't focus on how shitty the country was. You knew that it didn't matter how shitty the country was because your house was always going to get better if you focused on that. You dig? So what we're getting at is you're focusing on the country, we're focusing on the house that we're going to bring with us each year, even if only parts of it are going to change. If you focus on the parts that you can make better each year, you're going to have a way better house. You're going to have way more fun in the country.
looking at the country and saying, for example, if you're the mayor of the country, or if you're the mayor of the country, right? The country, for example, is the game. You're not just gonna sit back and say, "Oh, this country is shit. I'm not gonna do anything about it." Instead, make that country the best country you can make. For example, what Michael's trying to say is that your house, you need to continuously work. You need to continuously work hour after hour after hour after hours, weeks after weeks, months after months.
You know the country's gonna change, but if you keep focusing on your house, your house is gonna be fucking nice, bro.
You can't just stop working and zoom out and look how bad it is. You have to zoom in on your house, focus on your house, okay? Looking at the game and saying it's shit is not helping you. Looking at the country and saying it's shit is not helping you. Building your house without caring a living shit about the game or the country, your house is gonna be the best in ever. Or in the fucking country.
How Gunless's and Dashy's houses are better than everyone else's. What if everyone focused on their houses each year, like Dashy? Like how many more Dashies would there be? Literally, the only reason Dashy and Gunless are the best is because they focus the most on their house and less on the country.
I like Cloud's idea. What's so funny? Also, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna run. Okay, problems. For example, a faucet leak. You're gonna have to, for example, think of a faucet leak as motivation. You're running out of motivation. You have to fix.
Have you ever heard the song "Faucet Failure" by Ski Mask the Slump God? Oh my god, it's such a good song.
Okay, but for example, if that faucet fucking bursts out with water and is fucking flooding your house, you can't just sit there and let your house get flooded. You have to do something about it. You have to fix it. You can't just sit back and say, "Oh fuck, there goes my house." Try and fix it, and then after you fix it, drain out the water. Then your house is even better because you got a new pipe. You have more motivation. There's gonna be problems for sure. There's gonna be problems, but to overcome those problems, you have to work on those problems. For example, my ego. I need to work on my ego. So put my ego, for example, as like, I don't know, a broken step on the for going upstairs. I have to in order to fix that. In order to fix that step, I have to work on that step. In order to fix my ego, I have to lose it. I have to fix my ego, and know that I'm not the best in the game, and know that, you know, I can't put it on other people. Okay, makes sense, Sky? Again, we're not trying to be dicks. We're just trying to tell you that you can't just focus on the country. You have to focus on your own house.
Because the country's gonna change each year. That doesn't matter. Because every year everyone has to play in the same fucking country, right? So if it's a shit country, everyone else has to deal with that.
You're gonna move. You're gonna move on from that house eventually.
Focus on the house, because no, you're gonna bring parts of the house with you though. So always focus on building your house. Exactly. You're gonna make your house better. Every year, your house is better. Doesn't matter how shitty the country is. If you have the best house in the fucking country, dude, it doesn't matter how shitty the country is.
Exactly.
Also, Sky Warrior, do the thing I did where when you die, just don't focus on that, or do something so that you don't get pissed off when you die. That's one of the #1 reasons why people don't want to play Call of Duty, right? So also another